Hi, my name is Ivalo Kønig Okking, and I'm a life coach, and I'm a neuro-linguistic programming trainer. I have my own company. I also blog, and I do so many other things as you probably do as well. I write a blog, you may have read it, and it is now read all over the world, and I've been asked to do a video version, and this is why I've created this mini-series about a technique that we use as coaches, which is called the Metamodel. There's so many different terms for coaches. One of my favorites is one that John Grinder uses, which is called the agent of change. And at the same time, I've often played with the thought of not having the word brain or coach in my logo, but Sherlock Holmes, because I sometimes feel like I'm acting as a detective before I can even begin the change work that I do. Some time ago, I was sitting. I was lying on a treatment bench at an acupuncture clinic in Menorca, and as I lay there with the needles in my back, Jan Peter van der Graaf, who is my therapist, said to me, "I once had a conversation with someone with the same kind of training as you have, and it was very hard work. The way you guys can question someone, it was exhausting. Really, you are like detectives, aren't you?" And I was a bit surprised when I first, it was the first time I heard someone else describe what I do with the same image that I had inside of my head. So I told him, yes, that's exactly what we do. It's a really big part of my work. And one of the techniques that I use to do this, it's called the Metamodel, and it's a language model that was created by the co-creators of NLP, John Grinder and Richard Bandler, and they actually modeled and questioned two of the best therapists, most successful therapists there was in the 70s, called Virginia Satir and Fritz Perls. And Fritz Perls and Virginia Satir, they used the language to recover missing information from their patients so they could help them better. And in NLP we use, there are 12 language patterns that we use, and each of them really would deserve a blog, at least in my format of blog, which a friend of mine describes like small pills that are easy to take, because if I did a whole blog on the 12 patterns, there might have been such a big pill that it would be too hard for you to swallow. If you read some of my blogs, you may have read or heard from someone else that we each have our own map of the world, which is created by our own filters. We receive constant input to our brain through our 5 senses, and to make sense of it all, we filter it by deleting some of it. That is, we reduce vast amount of the information, we distort some of it, we change the information so it fits into our own map of the world. And the filters of our perception, we sort of generalize, and we put information and people into groups, small ones or big ones. So when we talk to one another, we delete, we distort, and we generalize. And no wonder that some of the information gets lost in translation, if you like, and we misunderstand each other. However, that being said, there is a practical part of this process that is the length of the conversation might very well get multiplied if we did not delete, distort, or generalize. So it's also very useful that we do that. still, I'm sure that you may understand that the information that is lost in the deletions, distortions, and the generalization can sometimes be useful to recover. And it can be quite the detective work to do that. You can learn how to do this. I give courses on this, or I come and give talks and teach you in groups to do this, or you can read my blogs, or you can follow this mini series. But it's very useful for you to learn to recover this information in your personal life, in your family life, in your professional life, where sometimes the lack of information that we have created can give us a perception that there is a problem when maybe there isn't. And so we can use the Metamodel to sort of create different perceptions and change the sensation of being in a problematic situation so that we have more choice on how we react to things. I hope that you find this information useful. I wish that you are as happy as you would like to be, and remember that it is for free to be kind. I wish you all the best. Bye for now.